Alrighty, gang. We are back working on our sword here, and I want to first off apologize because I think in an earlier video I had talked about once we were done dry brushing on the lead belcher that I was going to go and use mithril silver, but in fact we're going to be using chainmail. Very, very similar. However, the chainmail is just a little bit darker and I think it creates a better contrast to the lead belcher without being so drastic, whereas mithril is really, really light. And this just kind of bridges that gap a little bit better. So get that shook up and we're in, and there we go. Got my nice, really jagged brush. There's actually edges, bristles, and edges here that will pick up really fine amounts of paint and we'll put them on very, very small, almost like a stippling effect. So I mentioned that before, and how I achieve that with this blunt edge brush, which is a little bit unique, and it's unlike any other brushes I have. I really, really enjoy this brush. It is Royal and Langnickel, a mini majestic 1/4 inch. And so there, that helps. So, all right, let's get into our paint. So we're going to get edges here, go over, and all right. And we are ready to get into, this is fine detail. So I really don't want to hit everything that I hit before when I dry brushed. I really want to try to capture and isolate just the edge. Rotate. I'm going to hit that, just that edge. Really want that edge. Don't want a whole lot of other extras in there. Pull it, and just being methodical as you drag it across, you'll be able to see. And it's going to be subtle. It's not going to be this big drastic change. So you're going to really have your eye focused in on what you're doing. All right, now I'm going to hit just here in the center. Boom. There we go. Just giving that kind of finishing touch of, oh yeah, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's nice. Just punches up the color a notch and gives it just that extra level layer of realism. I'm going to hit really close in here to the, there we go. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Do the same thing here. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Love it. There we go. So there is our blade, and we are essentially finished. Unless you wanted to do some kind of wash or contrast on the blade, I am really happy with how that turned out. I will not be adding any other paint washes or contrast to the blade itself. However, I will be getting into this handle as we mentioned before. So we're going to get our brush, water, and we're going to go back to our Agrax Earthshade. Make sure that that's mixed up really nice. And we're going to jump in and grab a wider bristle brush, and we're going to pull up here into the lid. So we've got ourselves a nice little well to go back to, and we're going to get right into that handle. And as I mentioned before, just by handling and touching the sword and creating some just ironic, or whatever word you want to use, wear on it, and pulling off certain degrees of intensity of the brown paint underneath, I'm going to get a natural wear pattern to it, which I just think is cool, and it will show. And you'll see what I'm doing. You saw me rotate the base of the sword as I'm putting it on. There you can see right in there, it's going to be thin. And in other layers, it's going to be thick because this is leather braided, kind of leather wrapped, not braided, handle on this sword. So I also want to make sure, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get really finer tipped, not super fine. And I'm just going to drop some right there at the base. Really want that to be, yeah, where it puddles up against the gold. Just give it that level of where my hand has been. I've got sweat, I've got dirt, you name it. This sword is, I'll do the same up the top. I'm just going to put the tip down and rotate, get it on there, and then pull out the excess, and then I'm going to go through and just lightly fan that out. I am happy with that. I'm super happy with that, actually. So handle is done, and now to give this section here somewhere, I'm actually going to close the ag cracks, dip in here, clean out my brush, and I'm going to pull out a skeleton horde. You might be thinking, that's an interesting choice to go to, but I'm looking for dirt and grime. So just by luck of the shake, I actually got the right amount I want right up there in my well, and I'm going to go in over top of my bronze, right against my gold, and I'm going to put in this layer of, I'm going to try to get really close to the camera, sorry if I bumped that there, but just some natural grime in there. And now that you see, hopefully it's translating well on camera, but the skeleton horde itself is a warmer color, and because of the gold being a warm color as well, it gives me a nice diversity in color without being too stark of a contrast. It looks as though, okay, well, if I had a nice gold sword, or gold hilt here, there we go, it's already starting to puddle up there in some places, which is exactly what I want it to do. Get right there, just dip in, we can add, there we go, yep, that's perfect, and rotate around, and there we go, skeleton horde. Super fun. Again, it's a contrast, so anything you touch is going to slightly alter and change the color of what you painted. And if you're not happy with how much it dulled down the shine and sheen of the gold, you can actually go back through with the gold. But I'm super happy with this. And if you've been following along and through this journey, I hope this is you're finding this to accomplish the look and feel and realism that you're looking for in your painting, and glad to be of help. And thanks again, you guys.